The Mississippi Lions Band has won 37 years.
Wow.
37 years they've come out on top. And I mean, it's just, to be part of that is awesome.
Yes.
So that and all the indoor extracurricular, they don't have to do it, but they do it because they like it. They like what it does for them, and they like to, they've been so trained, so skilled that this is what they want to continue doing. So I just think that says a whole lot about these kids and their band career in middle school and high school.
Each day at Wesley Meadows is a new opportunity to serve older adults and reimagine retirement living. It is the heart of their mission that inspires their team to provide the kind of fun atmosphere and care residents would want for themselves. Experience the warm spirit and faith-based difference of Wesley Meadows. Call 662-429-2070 and schedule your visit today. Hello and welcome to The Real Hernando, presented to you by Wesley Meadows Retirement Community and produced by SRP Studios, podcast-powered branding for business growth. This podcast spotlights organizations, ministries, and community leaders in Hernando and Greater DeSoto County by sharing their stories and what led them to serve the community. Please follow us at therealhernando.com for all channels and social media platforms. My name is Derek, and today we are spotlighting the Hernando Band Boosters. The Hernando Band Program serves as the source of instrumental music instruction for all students in grades 6 through 12 at Hernando Middle School, Hernando High School, Hernando Middle School and Hernando High School. The program consists of several ensembles, including the Hernando High School Marching Band, 3 high school concert bands, the Hernando 8th grade concert band, 2 jazz bands, 2 winter guards, 2 indoor... I'm running out of breath, there's so many. 2 indoor percussion ensembles and 2 indoor wind groups, as well as band classes at the 6th and 7th grade levels. For more information, please visit hernandobands.com. Joining me today is Karen Hedleston, Vice President for the Hernando Band Boosters. Thanks for being here, Karen.
Thank you.
Good to have you. I like your shirt.
Thank you.
A senior Hernando Band mom.
That's right.
As anyone that's only listening. Of course, HB is in tiger yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, right?
Of course.
Black shirt, yellow letters.
It's all about school spirit.
Yeah, I hear you. And I can't wait to talk more about what you do. Look back in the archives. We spotlighted Joseph Quinley, one of the band directors.
Yes.
So we learned a lot about the band there as well. We're going to learn more today. But I can speak for everyone to tell you that the band program is incredible. And I think everyone immediately thinks about the marching band.
Oh, yeah.
Because of what they bring. It's pretty remarkable.
It's amazing.
The musicianship and then the choreography of it, it's wild. But let's introduce you, Karen. Thanks for being here and tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? And I know you live here currently. You live in Hernando. Where are you from originally?
I am originally from Florida.
Okay.
I grew up in a small Greek community called Tarpon Springs, who currently has an amazing band that wins awards all over the place. But I moved here in 97 and started a family, and we settled here in Hernando. We've been in our house for about 20 years.
What caused the leap over to here?
I don't know. We originally had a house in Walls, loved it. It was had a little bit of land to it. And then I started having children, and we were thinking we need to have a bigger house.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we want to live? And I had always loved Hernando. The employer that I worked for lived in Hernando, so I'd been here many times. And so I got to know the city, and I love the small town.
Yes.
And so I said, I want to live in Hernando.
So when did you make the move to Hernando?
03.
03. So you've been here a minute. You've been here long enough to see a lot of change.
I have. A lot of change.
Yes. I moved here in 2021. Now I'm already experiencing a new Starbucks. Dunkin' Donuts is coming. We got Whataburger. So now I'm seeing it. I always joke though. Once I finally moved here and got in here, I was like, all right, no one else move in.
Just stop.
I just wanted to be the last one in because I too appreciate the smallness and the quaintness.
Yes.
And the mom and popness
yes.
of Hernando.
And I think Hernando has held on to that a little bit. So
for
that's
sure.
good.
Oh, it's great. It's a thriving square
Mm-hmm.
and we enjoy it. So, all right, well, let's talk band boosters.
Okay.
So where do you want to start? Like, how does it work? And what exactly does it do to help the bands?
So the band kids, this is a 7-year program. You can only enter band in 6th grade. So your child is gone from learning an instrument that sounds like it's a broken instrument,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not, to, getting a band scholarship for college. And it's 100% awarded band scholarships for our kids. So during that time, the boosters who have worked really hard to connect the middle school, high school, where there is usually separation
Mm-hmm.
kind of just among the schools. It's just a natural separation. So we try and keep the 2 schools and the program is one. So if you are a band parent, you're a booster. There's no booster fees. There's no, if you want to be a Hernando Band Booster, you have to pay this fee and whatever. If you're a parent, you're a booster. If you're a grandparent, you're a booster.
Because you're just helping transporting your kids and just being involved.
Yeah. Yes. And
and supporting their child with the instrument.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we work really hard to involve the entire program in everything we do. Fundraising, we try and get the middle schoolers involved because they will eventually, it works towards benefiting the program as a whole, helps them work towards the ultimate big show,
Mm-hmm.
in high school and when they become a freshman. And we keep it fun. The middle schoolers love contests. They love fighting against each other. So, it's like this grade versus this grade and always trying to find fun things for them to do.
It's an aggressive age group.
Yes,
Middle school. My daughter's 15. I passed through the ring of fire, as I call it. Middle school is behind us.
So as band parents, even if you just have a high schooler, we try to, we go over to the middle school and help put things together to include the middle school parents, kind of start acclimating them to the culture shock that is high school band.
Right.
And so it's the
minor league.
It's the minor league. Yeah. We're working them towards the big show because it truly is a culture shock.
Yeah.
When I was a middle school band parent, I just knew my kids didn't know how to play their instruments, or if they did, they were hurting my eardrums. And they just got better and better. But I didn't have a clue about high school and what was to come. So we've worked really hard to try and include middle school in whatever.
It's long-term nurturing.
It is long-term.
That's going to make the high school more successful.
And if if the parents know what's coming, there's going to be less. A new parent to high school is a tough nut to crack. Mm-hmm. And I know because I was there. Sometimes practice runs late. They just go with the music. They go with what they're doing. And you have some new parents that don't understand why it's 6:00 and their kid isn't coming out to their car. And so it's tough, things like that. Or, they don't know where to find information, or they don't, whatever. So, we work really hard to keep everybody involved, get everybody on our Facebook page, which is actually a private page for parents to get their information and whatever. We do have a public one, but we just keep them involved. And as a booster, what you do is, as you support the school and the children and the directors, you're just kind of helping with whatever they need. Even down to if a parent can't make time to pick up their child from practice, they'll just say, hey, can somebody bring little Susie home?
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, there's going to be 10, 15 parents popping up there. Yeah, I'll get her. I'll bring her home. No problem. So,
backing everybody up.
Oh, yeah. It's a band is family. And that's one of our favorite hashtags. Band is family. And that also expands into other bands in the what I like to call the parking lot community. When everybody's together and getting ready for competition and whatever, it doesn't matter if they seem to be your arch nemesis. Band is family, and we tend to help each other when it's necessary. So the boosters do all that. We go pick up batteries if they need it. We run to AMRO to pick up instruments that have been worked on. Some band parents will help with supplies, buying supplies. Some help monetarily. We have, I think we call it band fee sponsors. So, there's so much support that can be done on so many different levels. And that's just what we do. And we do that so that the directors like Joseph Quinley and Len Kelo and DJ Fitzgerald and Mr. Harris, Tyler Harris, can focus on the kids and focus their music, man. They do music.
So when it comes to all the competitions and the traveling y'all do, never mind traveling to other high schools, there's travel costs.
Oh, yeah.
With that, how is the travel covered?
So at the beginning of a season, at the beginning of the school year, they have informational meetings for the parents, and that's when we talk about band fees for the year. And in the past, band fees were for marching season, and they took you all through marching season and the cost of the production, the cost of the travel, the fees we have to pay for competitions because we have to pay to be in these competitions. So there is costumes, the assumption of repairs that are going to have to be done to instruments. We've got instruments that are older than our kids. And you can see that. You can see some really serious duct tape engineering on a lot of our stuff, but those kids make them sound fantastic,
Yes.
So we have to purchase the show. I mean, we have to hire the drill writer that uses an incredibly cool software that, they actually make the steps that the kids are following. The way that they do drill blows my mind.
So drill is when they're out in that front lawn on McInvale, and
that's how they move.
You hear that metronome clicking. I live at the Magnolia Apartments, so I can hear it from my apartment.
I live near Walmart, and I can hear it from my house.
So they use an app to program the steps?
The drill writer has a special software on their computer, and they will create a show, and they will put in there how they want the movements to go, and that then translates into things that the kids have called their, I think it's dot books. You have a dot. And they wear them around their necks or kind of crossways, and it tells them where they step. And they count you hear them counting, and they know exactly where to go on the field. Here's the really cool part.
Wild.
They're not allowed to look down.
I noticed that.
There is trust involved that your partners on this side, that side, the color guard that's swinging that, huge pole.
Walking backwards.
Right, is not going to hit you because you cannot look down. I've seen kids look down and they have to do push-ups. You have to learn to trust.
That's why they call it drill?
Yeah.
So when they're performing at halftime, it's all by memory.
Oh yeah. Practice, memory practice. Yes. It is to see what they have to go through, the process of what they have to go through, learning the drill and learning the music and doing body movements, because that's a big thing now.
And to look eloquent.
To look eloquent, to tell the story on their face.
Yeah.
Because this, for all intents and purposes, we're putting on a play. We're telling a story, and that has to show on their face. The kids have to buy in 100%, and they do. Yeah. And it translates, and it gives me goosebumps just thinking about what these kids do. So the fees go towards the drill writer, the person writing the music. We have somebody writing music, or taking a tune that's out there and known and orchestrating it, rearranging it so that it works in this type of performance.
It's similar to what our theater program will do.
Yes.
They'll take a show, but we got to modify it.
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly
show.
What it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there's a whole lot that goes into it. And what the directors try and do is, and they show us this on a budget in the very beginning, they will itemize each thing out, and they will bring it down to a total and say, this is how much it costs us to do this per child. And then they tell us what our band fee is, and it's usually lower than that price. So this year our band fees were $850. That's a lot of money.
Per student?
Per student.
For the season.
For marching season.
Just marching.
Just marching. And transportation, we need semi-drivers, because now we have a semi, which is so exciting.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, we got that. It's all been donated to us. We have been so fortunate to have people that help us, come in and out of our lives, But
if you're a member of the band, you have to elect to be in March. Right? Marching band.
No, that is part of.
If you're in band, you're concert and marching.
You're concert marching.
Okay, so the fees. All right, so they're going to have concert fees or other fees for the program.
The concert. The concert is just part of the full year.
Gotcha.
Okay, where our second fees come in are now our winter activities, our indoor activities, and that has grown exponentially. From just being some indoor percussion and a lot of winter guard. Our color guard does their winter guard activities, and they are top notch. They're winning awards left and right, going to World's Championship, doing really great, and they've always done that. So now percussion has stepped up, and we've got the indoor percussion group ensemble. We've got the middle school indoor percussion. We call them HIP. Hernando Indoor Percussion. I love it.
Yeah.
And now WINS is getting into the game. And you see that at schools all around. The association that we work through, other than the state of Mississippi, is WGI, Winter Guard International. Mm-hmm. And you can see how much it's developing, because they're having to adjust themselves with all these schools coming up and bringing these groups. Essentially, you have a second marching season.
Yeah.
Whereas years ago, my first marching show was Shakespeareans in 2013, and then once that was over, it was like, okay, it's concert season now. Let's break. We don't do anything much. We help with what we can, and we go to their concerts. And there's honor bands and Lions Band, and there's so much.
It's giving these kids more opportunities
to
get better, and that looks even better when going into college. Mm-hmm. These kids are coming out of Hernando High just way more experienced than
they are.
Some other schools.
They are thriving.
Yeah.
And the honor bands at the different colleges, Lions Band, that is kids from all over the state of Mississippi audition for it, and it's the cream of the crop. And usually we have a pretty solid number of Hernando kids that get chosen for this. And they go to wherever the Lions Club is having their annual convention. This year it's Australia. And they march. And during this convention, there is a contest to see what Lions Club had, whatever their float was or whatever. The Mississippi Lions Band has won 37 years.
Wow.
37 years they've come out on top. And I mean, it's just to be part of that is awesome.
Yes.
So that and all the indoor extracurricular, they don't have to do it, but they do it because they like it. They like what it does for them, and they like to, they've been so trained, so skilled that this is what they want to continue doing. So I just think that says a whole lot about these kids and their band career in middle school and high school.
It's also a testament to the program and leaders like yourself and the parents. Like you said, the parents become boosters. It's a joint effort. It's a community effort. These kids have to be transported, but also disciplined at home. Not disciplined, but like, hey, you need to practice.
Yeah.
They're staying on top of their kids. It's the whole community.
It really is.
That's why you say Hernando Band is family, right?
It is.
Band is family.
Band is family.
5M Services, your comfort specialists. We offer heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service. Call us for any of your HVAC needs. 662-560-7331. We are here for you 24/7.
So raising money. So obviously you got donations, you got your fees. Now raising money is also a part of this, right? So I know you charge ticket price for the concerts, right? So, okay, that awesome. Now there's that. Outside of that, are there events that y'all put on to raise funds?
Okay, so yes, there is. The concerts that we do that do cost to get in, like $3 to $6, something like that. That actually, a portion of that goes to us. It's a school activity, so the school activity fund gets that.
Gotcha. Which is then dispersed.
Yes.
Among the whole high school programs.
Wherever that money's supposed to go.
Gotcha.
When we do fundraising ourselves, that's where the boosters get that money to then forward to the band program to take care of those costs. And we do your typical fundraisers, and it's hard.
Well, what would be a typical fundraiser?
Well, we've done Boston Butts. We've done the thermos cups, and
so when you say food or cups. Is it auctions?
No, it's your typical school fundraisers. And the problem with those is that everybody's doing them. So you have to kind of be creative in when you pull those out, because let's say cheerleading's doing the same thing. Well, we can't both sell. The town gets tired of getting these things.
Yeah.
So we've tried to be more creative with what we're doing. One of the things we like to do is spirit nights. And that's where we would get a great example of that is Papa John's. Papa John's has done for us for many years a night before Thanksgiving dinner. Don't cook before Thanksgiving. You're going to be cooking all day. Let Papa John's cook your dinner. And we have raised a lot of money doing that. But, you have to advertise it. You have to get the word out. You have to, and that's the boosters.
And where does it happen?
It's you order pizza from Papa John's, and he gives a portion of the proceeds to us on that night.
Oh, I see. So it's not a gathering where people are spending money to go to an event. It's just anyone in Hernando, if you buy pizza, bam, a portion goes to the band.
Yes, and
that's outstanding. That's very cool.
We've done some spirit nights with Bonchibo, and they actually have a band kid, so that's been helpful. Just different restaurants that have allowed us to do that. And they all offer, different percentages, or it's just from this time to this time. So it can be kind of hit or miss depending on what the spirit night is. But we try to do different things that other people, we don't have to compete with other groups that are also trying to get money because, their group needs money too.
I have no idea how this works. So I'm very interested on how the Boston butt works. Like, what I know, are you making plates? Are you selling plates of pulled pork, or? We
are selling, so what we did was, and we've done this through a private barbecue, a smoker type people that go to like Memphis in May and stuff. I mean, professional butt cookers. And I don't know how else to say it.
How to barbecue right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Malcolm. Yeah.
Yes.
Malcolm Reed.
Oh, let me just tell you, Malcolm's awesome.
Reed.
We had a whole lot of his barbecue sauce in the concession stand that we used. And it was awesome.
Shameless plug. If you wanted more of his story, go to the realhernando.com. His website's down in the archives. He came into the studio and told us his story, which is great.
Fantastic.
Really good guy.
He's helped us out a lot.
Yeah. So you bake the butts.
Yeah, we pre-sell them.
Yeah.
And people will order them.
And then you prepare it for them.
And then when we give whoever's doing it the number, they do it. And then we have a day where you pick them up and they're, ready to go. Butter braids is a big thing that we do around the holidays. I don't know if you've ever tried one. They're delicious. But it's one of those where you get your family and friends and whoever to buy these pastries. And when we turn it in, they send them out to us, and we make a percentage on that.
I'm going to put this out here on record. Reach out to me when you do a Boston butt again.
Okay.
For real. I will buy one. No problem.
They're pretty. We've done the last couple of years. We've done it through Corky's, and that's really worked out well.
Okay.
I don't know that we get quite as much as when we go through, a friend or a booster who happens to do smoking competitions or whatever. Yeah. But it works, and I will definitely reach out. Mm-hmm. But so, I said all that to say fundraising is not easy. Everybody's tired of getting the forms and buying the this and buying the that and nickel and diming your family, it feels like sometimes.
Yeah, and businesses locally. Yeah.
And businesses locally. So we really try to focus on getting big sponsorships from businesses for marching season and for our indoor season now, since it's become sort of a second.
So what does it look like to be a business sponsor? So
the sponsorships, depending, of course, on the amount, we've got certain levels where we put your sign up on the field. And we have a portion of our football field that's for the band. And we make the huge signs, the corrugated plastic signs, get them all printed out with their logos and stuff and put them up there. For a higher level, we do a vinyl sign and try and take those to places where we are and take pictures of them. We're always thanking each of our sponsors on social media any chance we get, after every competition, after everything, Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we work really hard to make sure everybody knows who it was that helped us get to where we are. And that's a little difficult as well because, again, you've got other groups, you've got football, you've got whatever also trying to get sponsorships. So it's a struggle. Mm-hmm. It's a struggle, but we're getting better at it. We do stickers like My HB. This is our logo, and you can see it. You'll see our tractor trailer is black and HB. Yeah. And that's it. And that's us. So in cars around, you'll see cars in Hernando with HB on the back of them. Nobody knows what that means. I mean, I think they do sort of now, but that's all as band parents that have.
I see them all the time.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them. I need 3 on the back.
And some of them specify the instrument.
Yeah,
right?
I've got HB trumpet and HB French horn, and my daughter is percussion. I have not put that on the car yet.
I proudly have Hernando singers on my car.
There you go. Yeah, you've got the choir. Mm-hmm. So we do that for sponsors too, and I know that the cleaners, Blue Ribbon Cleaners, is one of our sponsors, and they have it on their window, HB sponsor. So we try and include our sponsors in just about everything we do.
If there's a business owner listening right now and interested, how do they best get involved?
They can contact any one of the, on the website, they can contact anyone that they know of as a booster They can contact the directors. They can, they can get on Facebook on one of those group pages.
Yeah, like Hernando Happenings.
Like Hernando Happenings, and say, hey, I want to help the band. Is there anybody out there I can talk to? And they're going to get probably 20, 30, 40. Yeah, what do you need? Well, I'm here. Yeah. Let me help you.
And we all know, we can all chuckle about Hernando Happenings because it's a Facebook group. They all turn into what they turn into.
Yeah.
But it's still an amazing resource for this community.
Well,
because there are people that go there asking for help and getting help.
And I've done that myself. And I'll tell you a little secret. The people that started that, Holly and Sean, they were band parents when they started that.
And is that why it was started?
No. Holly and Sean are very, they are really just like you. True citizens of Hernando. They wanted people to know what was happening in Hernando. We would always see them at the alderman meetings, planning meetings, and they just thought it was important when they created it, and I'm sure they could tell you themselves, to try and let people know what's happening in the city. And it just sort of evolved into that and other. It's we are always on Hernando Happenings trying to push things, come to the friends and family performance, come to the football games, and putting out there who our sponsors were and congratulations. And it's worked out really well. It's been one of our only go-tos to get information out to Hernando about their team, their band, because that's what we are. We belong to Hernando.
It's a massive following. There's over 37,000, I think, at this point, members.
Yep. But I remember we were on our way to a competition, I think, and we were all riding in the same car, and Holly was telling me about, I think we're going to do this and blah, blah, blah. And I thought, well, that's cool. And now it's like, wow.
So do you know them personally?
I do know them. I don't talk to them as much anymore because they're not in the band program anymore. But
they still run the group, right?
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Off mic, I want their info. I think they need to be on this podcast.
I think they would be great.
Hernando would be interested to learn about the OGs.
Yes.
Of Hernando Happenings.
Absolutely.
And the struggle it must be to handle a group.
Oh, I know.
It's so much work. People don't understand.
They've had to bring in a lot of moderators to help with everything.
But anyways, this isn't about Hernando Happenings, though. This is about the Hernando Band, right? But let's talk, and we'll wrap it up here. Let's talk about the accolades of this program. And you gave me a list. I don't even know.
And that's just our marching list. That isn't even indoor.
So Mississippi State Championships.
This year, by the way, they have reclassified the schools, and classification for your schools are based on your enrollment. So we are now 7A. Our football team is 7A. Everything that the school does is 7A, has to do with enrollment. We were 6A last year, and that was as high as it went. So they've created a brand new classification. And we are historically, the very first Mississippi State champions in Class 7A.
At the Vintage?
Vintage 23 was this year's show, and it was all about the 1920s, and it was absolutely, if you missed it, you missed it.
So it says gold here. That's the championship.
Gold medal. We are grand champions of the state of Mississippi in high school bands.
And first year under the new classification. Congratulations.
Thank you.
To you and all the band parents and boosters. Crazy.
We have 4 championships, 4 first place championships in when we were in 6A.
So 2014 Alpine
Crossing.
2015 Impossible Love.
Oh, that was an amazing show, yes. It was
then
all about King Midas and the Golden Touch.
Okay.
It's great. All of these can be seen, by the way, in the archives on our website. It takes you straight to the YouTube channel, and you can watch them. And I suggest, I'm getting goosebumps right now. And you can see them.
Yeah.
Chicken skin, because they are so good, each and every one of them.
Yeah. It's amazing. Then 2018 is your next gold. So you slacked. You only got a bronze and fourth place. I mean, in between. But
Can't win all the time.
so in 2018, it was Fleet Bloom.
Fleeting Bloom, yep.
Fleeting Bloom.
Fleeting
okay.
Bloom, and that was kind of had a Japanese flavor to it about cherry blossoms. We built gigantic cherry blossoms out of very heavy wood, where the petals were up like this, and in some of them we had color guard, feature or instrument feature, and so those poor kids had to close and open those petals and move them around the field. They're amazing. And those suckers were so hard to make.
So when you compete in the state championships, it's more than the music. It's the whole presentation.
Oh,
you got to go in with a theme, and that's what you're going in with. It's a full 360 performance.
Yes.
Visually, and then of course the music. That's outstanding. So what is the next year? Went back to back. 2019.
Yeah, Shere Khan.
Shere Khan. What is that?
Oh, Shere Khan. You remember the Jungle Book?
Sure.
Mowgli. In my head, I'm playing the Disney cartoon, but the tiger in that, his name was Shere Khan, and this had a very India flavor to it. It's a gorgeous show, and it's the kids just took it and ran with it. And they just kind of immersed themselves in the role that each of them played. So they're memorizing their dots on a field without looking down. They're playing music that they've learned.
So they're not reading the sheet music.
They're not reading the sheet music. They're kind of exuding, whether they're like the band, the musicians were Shere Khan. They were the tigers. And color guard was the humans or whatever. So you can sort of follow this story, the fight and the survival and how fierce he was in the show. And the show was a lot of fun because there was a section where they're even dancing. They do, everybody puts their instruments down and they start these dance moves. And it shows you that marching is evolving.
It's theater.
It's theater on the field.
Yeah.
It's outdoor performance ensemble. It's
I love your passion.
Oh my gosh. I can't stop talking about band, and I'm not real sure what I'm going to do when Mackenzie graduates. I'm going to have to try and...
Because I see your shirt is Senior Hernando Band Mom.
My last one. I've had 3 of them in band, and she's my last.
Oh no! Are you going to remain on the boosters? Are you going
to? I am going to try and I will stay involved. We've got parents who no longer have kids in there that come and build props.
Yeah.
So that's a testament to how good the program is to everyone.
Well, look, I strongly encourage anyone within reach of this podcast to come to a Hernando football game.
Yes, please.
And it's a fun game. It's a fun team. It's just a fun atmosphere. But you get hundreds of people on those Friday nights watching this incredible halftime band. It's a feature. Some people go just for that. There's some parents that are like, okay, I'm here. I came for the halftime.
Yeah, you've seen the shirts that say, I'm here for the halftime show.
Right, exactly.
Let's go on.
So I implore you to go check it out. I don't want to overshadow the silver and bronze, because those are just as important. So I'm going to rapid fire here.
Now this is during my tenure. This is during when my kids started.
Okay, well, that's why it's so successful. Is that right? No. All right, so 2013 Shakespearean bronze, 2014 Alpine Crossing gold, 2015 gold for Impossible Love, 16 The Cave bronze, 17 won 4th place, 2018 Fleet Bloom gold, 2019 Shere Khan gold, 2020 nothing because of the pandemic.
Yeah, we did have a show called Goodbye Stardust, but because of the pandemic, We played where they would allow us, but
Yeah.
there was no.
It's just a wash year.
Yeah.
It's a lost year for everybody. 2021, The Rose That Grew from Concrete, silver. 22, Gates of Byzantium, silver. And then gold as a 7A, 2013 vintage, 23 gold. So, I mean, every year you guys are placing.
I did some research, and the MHSAA, which is the Mississippi High School Activities Association, which is the association that does all of this, that we're under, their website has up to 2007, just 2007 and up on the website. And I was looking back at some of the shows before my time, and there are 2 shows that we never medaled in. Every other show we medaled. We medaled when we were in 4A, we medaled in 5A, and then 6A, which is my beginning. Yeah. So our first year Shakespeareans was the first year we were in 6A. So we were up with the big dogs. We were the little band that could. And that's one of our favorite sayings. Little band that could, and we got into 6A, and it just took off from there.
Well, now you're the kings of 7A.
So far, yes.
I mean, you can't.
You
can't take it away from you until they take it away from
it until they can. Yeah, that's correct.
So.
But you know what? We look forward to the competition every year. Because I feel strongly, and I know that the kids feel this way too, amazingly enough. You can't keep winning. You need something to give you that fire, to give you,
Right. If you win too much, then you can get complacent.
Yes.
Get complacent. I'm just too good.
And the kids know this, which is so cool.
Yeah.
They'll do a show, and maybe we didn't do as well in that show as we did the one before, but you can tell on their faces if they did their best and if they're happy with their performance, they come off that field with a grin that's huge.
Yeah.
And even if they didn't place, or even if they didn't get the score that they wanted, they're happy that they left it on the field.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to win all the time, but they're great sports. They're humble. Their humility is, it's amazing what the amount of life skills that this is teaching them.
100%.
Yeah.
My daughter is on choir and theater crew for high school in kudzu. And the theater program, they work these kids. And when I pick my daughter up and she's like, I missed my spot, or I tripped over the rock, or, this, and she might even complain about another kid, right? But it's just like, I love that she takes it that seriously. She wants to show her part to go well. She wants the whole show to go well. And all the kids are getting involved that way. And it's so great because it just shows that kids just want something to do.
They really do.
They need it and they want it. They don't understand it until they get it.
That's right. They have to
give them a chance, push them into it.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So, well, thanks so much for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Thanks for talking about the band.
Your energy is great.
It's my favorite thing.
I've showcased the band twice, and not once the choir. So shame on me because I'm a choir dad.
Okay, I will interview you for choir.
I don't know anything. I just know how to show up,
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Showing up is even great, too.
I show up. I love it.
They love it when you're there. They may not act like it. They may say, oh, my God, you're embarrassing me. But they love it.
They love it. HernandoBands.com. That's where you need to go for all information if you want to help donate, volunteer, sponsor.
Look, they can message me.
Yeah.
They can message me.
Yeah, and all this contact information will be in the description area as well. So let's wrap it up there, Karen. Again, thank you. I appreciate your time. And for those watching and listening, thanks for hanging out. We appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this interview. Follow us at therealhernando.com. There you can find all our channels. We're on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And of course, all the archives are on the website. Thank you to our wonderful sponsors and advertisers. This doesn't exist without you. We talk about this with organizations and boosters, and I'm very grateful that you help support this business that helps then support organizations and people like Karen.
I'm
and
so happy
Hernando
that you're
Boosters.
here. I am so happy
thank you.
you're doing this.
I'm going to clip that out. I'm going to put that on all my socials. But so again, thank you so much for joining us today. And until next time, have a great day.